everybody, and welcome back to Creeper World 4. We are on to the third episode. We have already gone through a large number of maps. Look at that. We have gone through quite a few and two maps. We are now at the point where things are getting serious, thankfully. We are getting our loadout. We are building our faction, so to speak, our faction of towers. So I'm very happy with that. And we are still fighting off that dreaded creeper. So this is, oh, there we go. Ada says, awaiting input. Mother needs family hole. Praise be the founders. Fantastic, fantastic. Friend, our efforts have so far failed, but fear not. The others have led you astray. Listen to them no more. A great flood of negativity surrounds us on this world. It has been brought here by a misunderstanding. We must work the soil until we can establish a dialogue with its creator. The Terp has been added to your construction menu, and use it to show others our peaceful intent. Go in peace, traveler. We now have huge new potential. The Terp is fantastic. Terp technology received. Utilize defensive technology for offense. Secure high ground for superior tactical advantage. There we go. Thank you, Sarge. Oh, and there we go. Harmony among brothers is required. Otherwise, the family withers. Mother can create harmony. Must correct mother. Praise be the founders. Yes, we will be fixing Ada. Here we go. We have Terp technology. So we are adding a few new things. So this blue stuff over here is creeper breeder. So this is terrain that will breed creeper, and you can see it is all around the entire outside. So there's just a little bit of creeper everywhere, but that is going to slowly get out of control. We do have a spore launcher, so we technically will need towers, missiles, I guess, but there's only one spore launcher. It's not that bad. As you can see as well, there are some energy reserves that we can use up, so that is fantastic. We want to connect to those and get those squared away. And then we want to just, as with usual, we want to get to building. So if we go top down, we can set up all of our miners fantastically. Boom, 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 boom. And boom, 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 boom. And we'll even put in a few weaker miners. Why not? I'm very fine with that. Here we go. Other side. Can do the exact same thing. Fantastic. And fantastic. And lastly, again, we can go like that. We will keep things paused because I accidentally unpaused it. The Terp itself, which we now can see here. So if we place a Terp, you can see a giant ring there. Let's toss a couple down. We will want one at least on every side, probably more, but for starters we're going to want one. And the Terp has a special function, so if we get a top-down view, you can see we have our Terps, and we can go into terraform mode, which is top-down view. Go figure. With that, we can now sort of use a paintbrush system. So you can see this is a paintbrush, and we can say, you know what, I want this, and if we zoom really in, you can see, oh, it's going to make that height 18. We can adjust the height of our terrain now. We can use this little paintbrush tool and we can do something. So if we wanted, say, a big spot right here that was just a big tower, we could do that. No problem. I do not, so I'm not going to do that. But we can also lower things. So for instance, if we wanted to lower this, we could say, oh, make this height 14 to match what's around it. Again, I do not want to do that, but we have the capability now, and that is what is important. So we want to sort of level off all of these areas, get them nice and nice. We definitely want to patch up all of these holes, though. That is the top priority, is patching these things up. And then from there, we can see what all the good news is about. Obviously, you know, want to give them something to do. We can also lower this area a little bit, should we want. And I think I am going to. We will see how that works. And then last but not least, we need our towers. Towers of powers, because without the tower, we have no power. So, looks like we are well connected there. Fantastic. We can get our next row in. We will go back to top-down view. This should be pretty quick. And there we go. Perfect. We'll even toss one in there just for a little redundancy. And then again, one more row. Just off center. It's okay. It's okay. Just breathe. Well, I'll make these straighter from here on out. Another element that we do have are these trees. Much to my enjoyment, Trees themselves are quite useful in that they actually provide extra energy bonuses. So that is actually very good news. Whenever you have a tree, you want to be, or whenever you have trees, not a tree, you do want to make sure you are soilenting up that area. And you can see we're in a pretty good spot here. We can unpause it, and we'll turn this up to 2. We're not necessarily going to go straight to maximum speed just yet, 'cause, you know, as stated, this is definitely getting to a harder point in the game. So we are going to try and make sure that we're well off for it. So luckily we can get towers all along the sides, which is great, and we can connect them up, because the more towers we have, the better for us in general. We want to have power everywhere on this map. And again, we can, there we go, connect everything up. Fantastic, fantastic. And yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. I will take an overview of what is happening with that creeper breeder really quick in one moment. I just want to finish connecting all of this up. It looks like all of our mines are on. We have power. Let's just quickly pause it and see what's happening. So you can see that tiny bit of creep. There's nothing actually producing creep other than these waves, and here they come. You can see the waves coming from the sides. You can see them coming from these sides. It is quite impressive of the waves. So we need to start fighting that back, of course. Unfortunately, I did not really leave too much room to fight as of yet, but we will. We'll start putting down our cannons, and our Terps should be moving along. As you can see, it is raising the ground over here, which is fantastic, and we are just going to get a whole slew of mortars around, because mortars are fundamental for our survival, in essence. I mean, we really, really need these mortars. And there we have it. We can now unpause it, let these mortars build. We'll also add a few more Terps. We'll toss down a factory as well, so we can start collecting blueite, should we want it. Which I will. I will toss some blueite out there, because why not? And let's get a few more Terps. That will help speed up all of our building fun times. And you can also see this blueite that I'm collecting is going straight into here, so we are keeping it stable. Now, are we stable enough? That is the ultimate question. As of right now, no, we are not. So let us turn this entire block to blueite and see how that helps. Will that help us enough? Our blueite, perfect. Look at how stable that is. It's not going to 0, but it is also not problematic there as well. So we are producing just enough blueite. We're pushing this back. We're actually gaining ground in here to the green R. And also, we have to activate totems, so we will need this green R. So the green R is very important for us. But you can already see we are in a fantastic state with the amount of... there we go. Can knock stuff down. And we already have the anti-creeper over here, so that should protect it fairly well. We did lose 2 miners. Not the end of the world, because we can just go boop, boop, and they're back. Well, they will be back, I should say. And we can now start working on getting everything that we want squared away, and that is going to be the most important part. Now that the Terps have sort of finished up their initial job, we are going to have more work for them to do. And what more work that is? Well, in this map, it wants you to get the green R, and it really does want you to basically say, hey, you can fill this up. So that's what we're going to do. We are going to raise this up to the appropriate level. That way we're sort of closing this off. And yeah, that's what we want to do. So we are going to raise all of that up, and all of this should work. Now we also will need some towers over here. Hopefully, we might actually have to swap to pylons, which is okay. I was kind of hoping we... Oh, there we go. We did get a connector. Perfect, 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 perfect. So now we have all the towers. We have all of that. Excellent work, citizen. Now choose a terrain height in the menu at the bottom of your display, then paint the terrain. So this is explaining how we were painting. We have already done that. You know, technically we probably shouldn't have. It happens, you know, going a little quick. We're also going to just build a bunch of cannons, because who doesn't like cannons? I mean, cannons are delicious, delicious fodder for us. So I will happily use up this energy, keep the store going, and look at that, our cannons are built, we're getting a store again, let's just build some more. We're going to take a second, let all of this stuff build up. It's sort of where we're at right now, and yeah, as long as we're just chilling right now. Probably start putting some cannons dotted around a bit more sensibly, just because we are going to get shot. And with those shots, we want to be able to protect ourselves wherever we are in the land. So it does look like our Terps are doing a fantastic job. We'll move these over. And then we can also do another fun thing with our Terps. Because why not? We can also, like I said before, we can lower things. So you know what? Let's just lower all of this. Let's just make this down to the ground, and then we have an easier time to connect up into our little green pathway here. I did miss one connector, which might have been destroyed by some of the creeper, which is okay. But with that, we can now start. We can already build our refineries. We are at the point where we have 2 refineries going down. All of the things are being built. Things are lowering, things are raising, all over the place. They're trying to attack us. Not gonna work, unfortunately for them. We have plenty of cannons. So the Terps themselves do use up some energy, quite a bit of energy, as you can see. Just from them going on and these refineries getting going, we are using a majority of our energy, but that's quite okay as well. Doesn't really matter. The green art will be coming in. We are already collecting it, so all that is left is to really turn on these totems. We do have to nullify the enemies and reclaim for this map. I think I am going to skip the reclaim, unfortunately. Normally, I have been saying how, you know, it's very important to just get what you want, you know, get everything done. And I do want to, and I do enjoy it. But this map to reclaim, it is quite a lot of clearing that we don't have to do, really, for any reason. So I'm gonna, for the case of this one map, skip it, just because you have to essentially very slowly work your way around the entire map. It does take quite a bit of time, so I am going to hold off on that itself. What's also nice, though, is we can hopefully put these down right there, and that should get that for us. And I might need a bit more connection over here just to get everything fully charged up. Hopefully, when this fires, the arc will take it through these missiles, and it'll shoot down before it even has a chance to land, which is fantastic. And you can see, look at this. We got anti-creeper pooling in our main area, anti-creeper pooling over here. Piece of cake. We picked up. Oh, yeah, look at that. So we shot down one of them, and the other one is essentially landing right into the middle of anti-creeper landia. So we are perfectly fine. No problems there. It landed. It was destroyed. We've won. No problems. We are in a very stable position. Again, always want to put down more cannons. It does not hurt to have more cannons building if you have the energy resource to support it. So we're going to grab some of these already made cannons, and we're actually going to start going on a bit of a jaunt, because we need to nullify the enemy, and we need this turned on. So first steps is to turn this on. Now, why am I doing this first? Is because once it's on forever. So I will very, very happily leave this on forever. Once they land, we can sort of toss this down. They will get power. That will get all it needs to survive. Boom, boom, boom. Cannons are doing their thing. This is getting built. They're going to get their energy. And that will be all we need. We've taken this junction. And there we go. We can put down some more cannons, because why not leave them there? They're having fun. Although they don't, I guess they don't even need to be there anymore. They have achieved their mission. So we can already just move out to the other one. Boom. Again, this is our primary objective. We are going to do the one secondary objective of nullifying the enemy, because why not? And in order to do that, all we need to do is just sort of take all of our boys, bring them on over, make sure they have power, that is the hardest part, and these guys are going to be landing, so we need to make sure they have power as well. As long as they get power, we have taken this foothold as well. Fantastic. They have power. That'll be turning on in a moment, and we need to make sure we have power out on this side. I'm not using pylons. It would be faster, especially... Oh, boom. Look at that. We have taken what we need to take. Power is getting a little bit rough here. At the moment, because it does take a little while for it to get out there, but that's fine. That is perfectly fine. We have the means to get there. We have the means to do it, and as you can see now, we are stable. We can start to move out with some of these guys, some of these over here. We'll just slowly cut off this area from the creep, and then it will no longer be spawning in this corner. And that's what we need to do. We just need to make sure this corner is cut off. It is protected. And then, if you want to see how the map would go from there, I'll show you just a tiny, tiny bit, but I'm not going to focus on that from here. So, as you can see, they have cut this off. This is no longer spawning, which is fantastic. Oh, I lost some very important towers there. That was very bad. Let us get some backups, because we want backups there. And let us keep moving. We need to make sure we protect this entire thing. We need to cut off the creep at its source, and the source is the wall itself. So we're almost there. We can even get our nullifier in. But this is the rest of the map. It is essentially a hopscotch game of clear off an area, which, as you can see, we now have... Oh, I let a tiny... There's still a tiny bit left, but we cleared it up. So now this area is completely clear. So now the game itself is sort of, okay, let's take these, move them here. You can do the same for the other side. So you can move a group over onto the other side. Clear this out. Perfect. It's cleared out. Great. Now we'll leave them there. We'll take these and bring them over here. And then we'll clear the next section out. And that's the hopscotch game that we are essentially now playing. Just sort of moving along the wall. Don't really care about the other creeper because none of that can actually spawn anything. All we care about are these walls. So it's just take the wall, move along, take a spot, make sure you move forward with your ones in the back, because the ones at the front do have to protect against a wave. Once you pick them up, a wave can sort of spread along the edge, so you always have to guard that edge. And that is one key that does impact people quite a bit more than you would think. But you can see, I mean, we're just going along the edge and we've cleared all this up. So, I don't know. It works. It gets the job done. But, you know, this right here, let's just... See that? I picked them up and moved them. And they did not yet get fully powered because I had such a long way to go. So, there you go. We're at 50%. So we essentially have to clear out another side or so. I'm going to leave that for later. I'm going to call this map good and call it there. So there we go. We have done it. Fantastic. Not too bad again. Pretty quick. Pretty decent. But let us move on to the next one. So we have now done series, which is fantastic. Again, getting the Terps. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Here we go. More and more. The complexity of each of these worlds is astounding, each filled with more and more abandoned technology. What could it mean? What does it mean? More abandoned technology. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Mother must return. More modules necessary. Acquire. Praise be the founders. Earn technology identified. We get the urns. Entangled rift nodes. Provide upgrades. Add to units for superior tactical advantage. Evacuate buried urns with Terp technology. There we go. So now we have urns. That are these floating cubes. They are also trapped down there, which is fantastic. We have some creep over here, which is something that we need. And, yeah, that's not too bad. Doesn't look like that's actually going to spawn anything, so that's fantastic. We need to evacuate that, so let us see. Where do we want to come down? I guess we're just going to go right in the center. Why not? Let's try and hold everything back. So first things first, we're going to want a mortar right up front. 2 mortars right up front, even. And then we're going to want some cannons. So now we're going to want to do the same on the other side. So over here we want a mortar. We can't fit one over there, which is interesting. So we'll take another one over there. And then we want some cannons. We'll want one there, we'll take one there, and we will take one there. Will all these get built? Probably not. Should I do them as a priority? Definitely should. Is this going to blow the bank? Definitely. But you know what? That's fine. It's fine. It will be all fine. We're just going to plop everything down, get as much power as we can. We do have a power node in the back over here, which is sort of telling you, hey, you should sort of start over here. But where's the fun in that? I mean, just because you can start over there doesn't mean you can't start elsewhere. So we're gonna follow our gut, see where that leads us. Again, it has been a very long time since I've done any of these maps, so I am fully expecting some trouble, but I also fully expect to be able to handle it too. So I don't have a problem with a little bit of trouble at least. And this really prevents them from really doing anything to us. We are going to hold off a huge landmass versus just holding off down here and letting it sort of bubble over here. So let us see. It's also quite possible that because I am doing this, I'm going to lose all of my towers right away. Can't really do that. I guess we will need a pylon, which is fine. And that'll actually get us some red on too. So let's unpause. Let's get going. What's nice is this energy will actually build from this side while we build from the other side. It's actually a very nice joining system. I just hope we can get to some of these towers beforehand. And with that in mind, let us actually ask for an urn over here. Let's ask for an urn over here and see what happens. So, it looks like we have more urns than just that, which is fantastic. This is producing blobs, and you can see when they hit there, they are producing a large amount of creepers, so that is not what we want to see. And we are in a huge deficit. To be expected, again, with the way that everything is going. This will definitely not make it. We have selected the urn. Urn 1. Why are you not taking my urn? Oh, no, you're taking that one. That's fine. This one, urn 1. Fantastic. Urn 1. I don't know if we have enough urns right now. We did lose this one little tower. It was in a pretty poor placement. But you can also see, look at that. We have completely held them back. 100%. We've lost effectively nothing. And yeah, this whole area is supposed to melt because of the creeper. Well, actually, we do kind of want it to melt, so I'm sort of just going to let that happen and just leave some cannons here to destroy. Our energy is actually pretty decent. We'll even toss down a factory. Should have done that for sure. Oh, I did let them break through. Oh, nope, we did it. Look at that. The little tower that could. We have successfully held the creeper back, and now we can get our Terps up, because we want these urns. And it looks like that is a buried urn there. Fantastic. I'm also going to destroy you, Mr. Tower. I'm sorry, Mr. Tower. It is my fault that you are destroyed, but it is for the greater good. So let us get these up. Fantastic. And we're actually going to do some Terp work as well. So another thing that Terps are very good at is just saying, hey, you know what? I need a little bit more room for my my mines. Let's just pop that down. We'll have enough space. But first, we want this urn. And I will show you the difference between an earned unit and a non-earned unit. So there we go. We can move that. We will be getting those later. And we're just going to take our towers on the hunt for whatever this is. I don't know what it is, to be honest with you. No clue. Could be something good. Could be something meh. Doesn't really matter to me. It says we want it. That's what we want. So I will happily take it. And while we're at it, we might as well put down some pylons. Did in the last map. Figure why not for this one. it does not hurt to have your pylon structure in place. And as you can see, this area is very easy on the creep. It is mostly here as almost a distraction, but there are obviously reasons to come over here. There is an item that we need, and there is an urn that we want. So it looks like this terp is done over here. We're gonna come on over here. Fantastic. We're gonna move some more towers this way. I should put it on 2x speed. Why not? And we are also at the point where we want an urn, let's say, in a mortar right up front. I wasn't really thinking we're gonna have some problems here because, yes, we have missiles, and I was ill prepared for the missiles. That was my fault. We do not have any red-on coming in yet. I thought I put down my factory. Apparently I did not. It happens. But we need to get this creeper under control, because we need to get this red-on up and running, and we need these. So, looks like we have another urn over there. Fantastic. Boop! There we go. The spirits have shown their favor today. This info cache contains the schematics for an urn portal. With great overtures of peace, they surely ensure build the urn portal immediately. So I'll just go over. The urn portal itself is this thing right here, and you can put urns in it. And as you can see, we have one available urn, so you know what? Let's get some more energy collection. And over time, that will actually increase the amount of energy that we have to collect. It's actually very, very nice, highly useful. A lot of times, urn being in there is the most useful thing, because it does energy collection. It does the fire rate of your weapons, of all of your weapons, which is very, very nice. It does the move speed and build speed of your cannons. Ooh, I let them take down my factory. That was bad. That was bad on me. Please, Mr. Factory, go back down. Start collecting red-on. Let's build these missiles, because we want protection from the sky, and we need the red-on for it. So there we go. Missiles, missiles everywhere. Got our other urn. So we are also going to take some fire rate. And as you can see, look at the difference between this mortar and this mortar. That's an earned mortar. That is not. You can see the effect of it is pretty immense, really. It is a huge benefit to have an urn inside of your gun. So there we go. And as you can see, I am only playing on 2x speed because you can see there is a lot more going on in these later levels. You can see the creep is building up substantially. It does appear we did... This missile was not enough to shoot it down. It happens, that little island. You know what? I don't care about you anymore, little island. You are dead to me. Let us just Rambo in. Let us send in the boys. We'll land here, and we're going to start taking some stuff over. You know, I don't want to play on the defensive for too long. We have some offenses that we have, and as soon as these guys land, we should be in a much greater state. We are losing some. It happens. But once we stabilize, we can take this, start pushing them back, and look at that. We are powering them, which means we are in control. We can even nullify this blob nest, which is not actually doing that much work for them. This is a blob nest that is generating creep. It's not something that a blob nest usually does, so that is something to note. You can see these little blobs going in there, and that is what is creating the large pools to spawn. You can't really tell anymore. It's that blob right there. Normally, a blob nest will send an enemy that just destroys a unit. So that is essentially what you're normally up against, but right now you are up against these very specific blobs. So what I need to do is get these earned ones to the front. Do I have an urn left? I do not. Do I want an urn in anything? I do think so. So I am going to release one of these urns, go over here, and we're going to toss in fire rate. We don't really care about build speed, move speed, or mine speed. Don't really care about that right now. We really want to get our fire rate up. And as you can see, an urn has gone here, and it's going 9%, 10%. That is the effect of the urn. So it does take a while to charge up. So we will get it charged up, and all will be well for us. It's not going to be a problem. We're just going to slap down some orders, because now we hold the front lines, and that is what is important. We hold the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. We're in charge. We have to activate the totem. So realistically, I should build me some lovely refineries, which are in the structure side. So let's just toss down 3 of those. Why not? We got the energy, and look at this. We are now draining this so well. I mean, it was almost twice the height that it once was. It's spreading out. Yes, this is going to cause some problems. But the other thing that we can do, especially because the creep is now no longer moving forward, is we're in range to nullify this. So let's get this down. Once we have that, we can then nullify this side as well. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everything that we nullify is very, very beautiful. So I have no problems with that. Let us get tower over here. Look at the mortar squad. Just look at them go. And once these are down, no more spores. All that's left are just these generating creep right there, and we are going to handle them too. We have our mortar squad. We have land. We can build more. Why even move them? Let us just go up to here, and boom. Mortar squad V2 in play. So why not use cannons? Cannons do need sight, line of sight directly, and things like that. This mortar squad will shoot directly over it. They have a longer range, they're better with heights, and they are better with depths. So, oh, we are reclaiming as well. Fantastic. Cannot argue with that. Ooh, we actually have a path out to the side. And what does that mean? More nullification. All creepers must be nullified. Easy, easy. Means we can head over here, do the same to this side, and once these are nullified, that also means we will no longer be generating creep. Or they will no longer be generating creep, I should say. So we're realistically in the end game at this point already on this map. We have taken out all of their creeper generation. We have reclaimed the map. I guess once these are powered, that's fine. We're taking over the map. We're taking our totems. They have just another wave or two of power, but look at the amount of mortars. I mean, this is ridiculous. They cannot. Look at this. This is going to explode, and then all of the mortars fire, and they can't even do anything about it. We're already, even if we don't nullify this and they don't create any more creep, and they still keep making creep, we've effectively shut them off. We do not care at this point. All we care about are these 2 hookups. This will get us the lift deck to these towers, and then we are completely done. Boop, 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 boop. And there we go. Another map in the bag, and we can rift jump. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Lovely, lovely, lovely. One more map to go for now. We are done with more and more, and we are going with War and Peace. 1 + 1 is greater than 2. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It is indeed. Let us restart and see what we have. So what do we have here? Analog awaiting input. Mother must return. Attempting resurrection. Mother module corrupt. Need external reference to correct. Praise be the founders. And then a very fancy graphic. Ooh. So we have a lot of power over here in charge. We have an emitter over here. We have a blob nest. This is our first blob nest that we have seen. That is actually going to be blobbing around. And we have to activate the totems, collect. So there's 1 totem there. And there's 8 totems. There's totems all over the place. So plenty of totems for us. Cannot complain about that. But obviously it wants us to spawn over here, where all the power is, because you don't want to not get the power if it's there. The other map, I did not take the power in essence because it was usable power. These are power stores, which are slightly different. They will recharge So each of these, normally your base can hold 100 energy. Each of these can hold 100 energy too. So with your base being able to hold 100 energy as well, that means that you have the capability, should you want, let's get some pylons. Let's see if we pylon, can we pylon there to there? Pylon there to there, perfect. And let's get to base. We will want a factory, so I don't forget that. We will want an urn port at some point. Let's toss that down, and we'll actually turn that off. We don't want to power that just yet, but we will turn on the collection. And we want to make sure we are getting from the Redon source. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Here we go. We will also need some missiles. I don't want to forget the missiles right away, like I did last time. I don't want our lands to be destroyed because we don't have missiles. That's why I was trying to get the Redon up as fast as possible and try to get these missiles going. So there we go. Should be in a much better place. Let's turn it on, pop up the speed, start building some stuff, and we can even keep going from there. We have the power. Creeper egg threat identified, extreme threat, defense unknown, mission priority retreat, survive, all other priorities suspended. So we will be getting eggs. So as you can see, there's an egg right there. Let us look what happens. Whoa, now hold on, we must not forgo an opportunity for a conversation with the others. Eggs are just a fear response. Feel solidarity with those that tremble and fear the prospect of oblivion. You should consider this. Go in peace, traveler. So much more text. One each of other two, the warrior and the peacemaker, as was foretold. Each would be a necessary part in what would come. Each has a part of what now is created. A sniper unit has been fashioned. A part of the warrior, a part of the peacemaker. Use the sniper. So, it even does give us a sniper. Fantastic. Unfortunately, oh, perfectly. Oh, that is actually perfect. Alright, let us do some pausing, because we have a lot of work to do right now. Step 1, we want this turned on. Fantastic. Step 2, we need to start building out because we want to hold the Liftic. We definitely want this. And again, as you can see, I am doing some pausing. It finally has come to the point where I want to take my time, do it right, make sure I'm not sort of messing anything up along the lines of things. And that will be our initial hold point. I might put one back there just in case it sort of leaks on. We will want more over on this side as well. Fantastic. And we will want to do essentially the same thing on this side where we are going to protect this. So again, we want some cannons up top. We'll toss one there. It might die, might not. And we'll toss one on each side. Fantastic. And then we will want to actually take over this area. Hopefully we can take this over quick and activate this, because any totem that is not activated will cause problems for us long term. And why I say that is because eggs are sort of thrown at these towers. They are attracted to towers. So we obviously do not want them coming in for us. So there we have it. Can I put one there? It sucks, but that's okay. So you can see, look at that. See, the egg just comes on in. Ooh. Will you do it? No. I built too much too quickly. It happens. That is okay. Let us get a cannon back here. That will protect us. This side did work. Fantastic. And now the key. Snipers. So now we can start putting snipers down. They will shoot eggs. They will shoot blobs. And an egg made it over here. I was kind of hoping it wouldn't. But, oh. You can actually hear those snipers going to town. Shooting the eggs. A little active. It happens. But it looks like we managed to survive. I am definitely a little worried. We do have missiles everywhere, though, which is the key. So now we don't have to worry about missiles, at least. And then, once we get all the snipers sort of settled, we will be in a much safer place. Unfortunately, if you saw, I moved that tower. Oh, it worked out. Whew, I was a little worried. So now our goal, we're going to take over this landmass. This one is nice as well, but we don't necessarily care about that one nearly as much. Get our refineries down, and we can start to move forward. Again, we will want more snipers, because once we have all the snipers squared away... oh, look at that. There's a little blob. He's running, he's running, he's running, and boom, he just hits something and dies. That is the power of the blob. They are very annoying. I should be moving my towers. I was watching a blob. I got excited. Blobs are exciting. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry. Let us keep our mortars coming, because they will protect us against the deeper creeper, as I've said before, which is fantastic. And you can see we are very stable. We're not perfect, but in terms of what we need, we are in a very stable state. Where do we have some urns? No urns down by the base, it looks like. We have 3 over there. We will want those, definitely. So let us work on getting those at this point in time. So we will need some towers, make sure we don't leave anybody without ammo, and then we can go with our nullifier and move on. Boop, boop, boop. Put it in a safe spot. That's pretty safe, I think. And we can toss down a couple of these guys over there. So as you can see, the nullifier is coming up. Once the nullifier is up, we are in a much better spot, because with this nullifier, we are sort of isolating this area from the generation of creep. No more eggs will spawn here, which is fantastic. And now we can just go something like this, get a lot of snipers. We don't want any eggs coming for our butts. No more snipers, there we go. We'll even get some missile launchers on this side, because again, we want to protect anything we can. Looks like we are safe there. Looks like we are going to get that up, fantastic. And now no eggs will even come over here, which is even better. Same thing, once we grab this, no eggs will come over there. We can grab a Terp, get that ready to go. And we've basically claimed half of the map. Don't know if that's bad for us right there. Doesn't really look like it, which is good. Can't do that. Got a pylon over. Perfectly fine. Have the pylons. We have the infrastructure. You know what? We have the pylons to even go like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. No longer need things over here. We just toss down a tower over here, and we can get our energy back in order thanks to our mines. Should be a little bit more specific in how I place them, but again, I think we're feeling pretty okay with how everything is. We can place that one down. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Lovely, 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 lovely stuff. Have all the energy in the world. We have tons of infrastructure. We have that closed off. We now even have our fire range, our fire rate. We'll even take move speed this one. Why not? I'm a fan of move speed. It does help with our coordinated attacks. We have towers. We have energy. I mean, I think we're pretty well established. We have so much excess energy. Look at that. We have 400 extra excess energy. I will take it. Just give me all the towers, and let's go on a little mission. Because we need to get this side now. Why? Because we do not want any of these eggs to be bothering us. There are eggs down there. Those are going to bother us for a while as well. Oop, need the towers. Oop, oop. Back up. It's okay. You will get protection, I swear. And now we can do our next bunny hop. We have an area over there. We have some guys bunny hopping along. We have towers. We have creep being destroyed. Want to get one guy down there. Ooh, a little too late. That's okay. Get some energy. Go on back. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Again, doing any of this at 4 times speed, very, very bad to do. It is highly inefficient. It does not help things because the creep moves so much faster that, you know, you might not be able to put down your towers, and then you have to spend more time. So I'm actually not doing myself huge favors by going at 4 times speed. But it is fun. I have no problem with it. Boom, we still have the missiles. We're in a fantastic spot. And now we just want to start protecting us in every situation possible. There we go, there we go. There we go. More mortars, please. And this should push back this side and this side essentially at the same time. Now, do we have the range? We do have the range. So we want to actually put some mortars over here, make sure they're all powered up, and even move over here. Again, our goal is to just mortar up, start working on the deeper creeper. We are, you know, swimmingly strong. We have all the creep coming up. We're pushing everything back. We're destroying. Everything is just sort of melting away. Creeper does have the tendency, if it is very, very low, to melt, which is actually very nice to see. So you can see, again, we'll toss down a couple mortars over here. Why not just toss them down randomly, in essence? And then we can start working over here. Fantastic. And look at that. We've even cut off this area. This is no longer gaining creep, which is fantastic. We have no eggs on that platform, so we're just going to take a few of these guys, run them over there. I'm going to grab our Terp, run it over here. Should have picked these up earlier. Perfectly fine. But look at that. We now have the egg area. The last of the eggs. We do need a sniper or two just to guard this. And then really all that's left is to nullify. So, where are you, Mr. Nullifier? Right there. Get that done. And we have 4 totems left and 1 item. So there's the item. There are the 4 totems. Looks like we're in a pretty solid position right now. Don't really see how anything can really cause us too much trouble. Again, it is technically a fault of the game to a degree, if you want to call it a fault, in that once you establish the mission, there's almost no loss. I mean, realistically, right now, there is basically a 0% chance to lose. That being said, these are just the story missions, so I can promise you they get significantly harder. I can promise you that. Farside OS, 21 modules are valid. Perfect. Install and execute? Yes, we shall. Fantastic. We've installed some new modules. Again, we have our snipers up here. Our sniper will protect us from the awful blob nest. Do we have the ability to get a nullifier in? Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna die, probably. So, let's just move everything closer. Oh, don't really need you. Sorry, Missile Man, you could not protect yourself. Perfectly fine. Missiles cannot protect themselves. It is a known weakness. But once we shut this off, no more creeper, and the mission is 100% over. The only thing that can stop us now are blobs. Blobs are not a threat. Oh, what did I do? That too early. Why did I do that? Just a second too early. Woohoo! Alright. Okay, Mr. Nullifier. Let's grab these, which is what I actually, can grab all of these, and all of these. There we go. Look at that. Doot doot. Moving all the towers in, getting that last nullifier, and we have done. Reclaim. Check. Nullify enemies. We are working on it. Activate totems. We're working on it. And then all that is left are just those 2. So boom, we've activated the totems. Woo! It's off. Nullifier. Come on, you're so close. You're so close. And we have it. We've done it yet again. This was the third episode of Creeper World. As you can see, I did it in 44 minutes, 38 seconds, on ×4 speed the entire time, which is highly ineffective for getting times. And I'm still doing pretty average. In terms of times. That means I'm doing it in 10 minutes. People that might be doing it on one-time speed, they are taking 44 minutes, you know? So I'm actually very happy with that. I cannot complain. Could I cut my time down in half? Definitely. Not even a question. But I'm happy. I'm happy with that. So we have done more and more. We have done War and Peace. We are now to Shattered. As you can tell, they are getting more complicated. The enemies are getting new things. We almost have our full arsenal. There's still some very fun things left to get, though, so I'm very looking forward to that. So thank you very much. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you want to see custom maps, if you don't want to see Creeper World at all, just let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Have a wonderful day, and I will catch you next time.